Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. I finished Titanfall yesterday.
Oh, that's epic. Okay, Jack, you go.
Elise spitting bars.
Oh, you're too fucking loud. Hold on. Yeah, we good. Hey, Google, turn off the switches, you dumbass.
That's சுவிட்சுகளை அணைக்கவும்.
What?
Hello and welcome to Burger and Shawarma Gaming. This is episode number 7. Now, we have got jam-packed Titan of an episode for you. Now, Elise, you liked that, didn't you? That was a good pun, wasn't it? Now,
that was whack. Okay.
Yeah. No, you could say that the humor on this podcast is falling, but
Come on, man. Stop it.
Hey. Now that's 2.
Okay, yes. Oh, not bad, Elise, not bad. So, for those who didn't watch or listen, rather, to last time, Elise's homework for this week was Titanfall 2, so that explains my puns. We might as well introduce ourselves. To my left, I have a burger. To my right, I have a shawarma, which is Rakan. And in the middle, I have me, which is T. And I don't matter, because I'm not in the name of this podcast. Happy?
I'm relatively happy with that.
Good. Okay. News then.
I wouldn't call it news, to be honest, boys, but it's something that could have happened like ages ago, and it's just history repeating itself. Before I tell you the first piece of news, do you remember a game called SimCity?
SimCity, yeah, I remember SimCity.
Yes, SimCity, made and developed by EA. I'm not sure if it's been developed by EA, but the publisher is definitely EA. And they had, I think, SimCity 1 and 2. I'm not sure if there's a third one or any other games. They basically neglected the game to the point where it's just unplayable. The second SimCity was an always online game, and they just decided to shut down the server. So even if you own the game, it's unplayable. Keep in mind, it's all solo. There's no online functions in the game. You just cannot play it solo, like at all. It doesn't work. I'm not sure if people managed to find a way around it. It happened with, I think, Battlefield. People just managed to run their own servers and they can play the game. But with SimCity now. So, with SimCity out of the picture, a new game came in. It made whatever SimCity was able to do, but like infinitely better. Graphics-wise, tools-wise, functionalities, all sort of stuff you can do. Now, it's happening again. But this time, and I think Elise is going to be excited for this one, it's with The Sims. So the same company that made Cities Skyline is making a Sims-like game. What's it called again, Jack? Life by You.
It was like the Life by You, sorry.
Yeah, Life by You. So I'm hella excited because I wouldn't call it a grudge against EA, but I hate their business methods when it comes to marketing SimCity. When was the last time you played it?
Yeah.
Jack? Yeah. You know what I'm on about, right?
I mean, all I'm going to say is, do you need more DLC with your game?
Exactly. They ship like this, I don't know, I would call it like 20% of the whole game, and then the rest of it, you just need to buy it as DLCs. SimCity's College, or SimCity University, SimCity City Life, SimCity
Pets.
Babies, Pets. Like, just make it all a whole game, like one game, and that's it. Guys, come on. And I think on Steam, you can buy it somewhere, like the whole Sim series, Sims 3, I think. Like all of it with all the DLCs. It's the north of $1,000, I think.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
It wouldn't. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, at least
It's a lot of money.
shooketh. Yeah, yes, it is a lot of money. At least, yeah, it is ridiculous.
Well, I've never even heard of SimCity. What's the difference between SimCity to just regular Sims?
Oh, sorry, I was on about Sims, the Sims, not the SimCity. But the difference is Sims City is a city builder management type of game. So you're like a mayor, and you like build streets. You allocate these places to be where houses could be built, and you like have like this business sectors, offices, all that kind of stuff. It's a city management game.
I prefer Tropico.
Oh yes, mate. Yeah, Tropica. But but you know, it's less filtered SimCity.
Yeah, let's say so. Yeah, we should get Elise to play that. Sometime.
I was about to say, have you tried the Tropica?
No, I've never heard of that either.
Oh, I think you'll enjoy it,
mate. Could you imagine? Oh my god, Elise, why are there slums everywhere?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if either of you have decided what my homework is for this week.
I'm not sure you can play it. It's on console.
The fifth one's on Game Pass.
Really? That's good. Man.
I believe so. I might have to check. But I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass.
It's a good game.
I was gonna download it just to have a little peek, but
it's a fun game, man. I jump on every now and then. It's really fun.
Essentially, at least you're in charge of your island and you have to build it.
Okay.
Wow.
It's a strategy game.
It's very edgy. It's really edgy. What did they call you?
Edgy.
El Presidente?
Yeah.
Yeah, El Presidente. Yeah.
Mate, put it. I used to play that. I used to play the third one during my A levels, and I was studying the Cold War at the time. So
yes, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good game. But anyways, back to Life by You and Sims, the Sims series. I know, Elise, you loved playing The Sims, right? Which Sims are you playing? Is it Sims 3 or 4?
3. I tried 4 once and just didn't... I don't know, it felt like the things that were different were the things that I liked about Sims 3.
You're absolutely correct. You're actually correct. Yeah, you're correct. I no, all the fun bits with Sims 3 have been taken out for Sims 4 and they're being sold separately. That's just EA for you. That's what they do.
I remember when in first year, so what, 7 years ago.
Yes.
Do you remember when you made the flat?
Yes, I do. Yeah. That's good. It's really fun. So I'm looking forward because this company, what's it called? It's not Square Enix. Remind me, Jack,
please. Obsidian. No, not Obsidian. Paradox. They're good with these type of games. When it comes to management games, they're really good. Yeah,
they are really good. So I'm looking forward to this new game, and I think it's just gonna kill The Sims. I think so. The same way they killed the SimCity, even though it's already been butchered by their own company. But hey, that's a different thing. Also, yeah. Also from the same company, Cities Skyline 2 has been announced.
That's on console too.
Is it?
Yeah, the remastered version. Which means this number 2 will come to console too.
That's really impressive, man. It's quite interesting to see these sort of games coming to the consoles. I've never imagined like these games would be even playable on a console, but I guess you can just plug in a mouse and keyboard, no?
The ports are really quite good.
Whoa.
Stellaris is really good on the console.
Oh yeah, you're right. Even Stellaris is now on a console, which is, I think that's a bit insane. Because you've played it, and
yeah, man,
all the controls and stuff are just.
It's intense, but it's optimized. Some it's what other game can you sit on your sofa and commit space crimes? Right, maybe Mass Effect. That's the closest you can get.
Maybe. I actually might jump back on Stellaris again and see what that is going on with it, because I think they released a couple of new. They're not even called DLCs. What did they call it? Game packs?
Expansions.
Expansion packs or something. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, Stellaris is a good game. I'm looking forward for these two games, Life by You and the Cities Skyline 2. I played the shit. You might want to take that out, Elise. I don't know. You're not even paying attention. Anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
But I played the hell out of City Skyline 1. And I think I'm just going to hit F on the City Skyline 2. But hey, we'll see. I'm not sure when they're supposed to be released. Maybe next year, but we all know they're probably going to be delayed, which takes us to the last bit of news. Surprise, surprise, Bethesda's new IP has been delayed again. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that Bethesda would delay a game? Wow. I mean...
I didn't know they could do that.
It just works. It just
works. Elise, what do you think of Todd Howard?
I have no idea who that is.
She doesn't know.
No.
I think she knows him, but she doesn't know his name.
Is Todd Howard the man who said, "You have phones, don't you?"
No. Although I can see him saying that. I can see him saying that. But it's not him.
What, 5?
No, Todd is the head of Bethesda Games. Bethesda Games is the company that made Fallout series, Elder Scrolls series.
Skyrim.
Yeah. So I think you know him. You might have seen him, I don't know, a couple of times, like on YouTube videos and stuff. He's special. He is special. I don't understand. I think in a different time, in a different life, he could be a lawyer, a really good one. It's just the lies on him. It's just insane. He would have like this.
Whoa! You wouldn't be.
What?
You wouldn't be admitting that there's a correlation between being a lawyer and a liar, would there?
It's more of bending the truth. And he's really good at that. He's really good at that. It's just I don't understand this guy. The claims on him when it comes to his games are insane. What is the most outlandish stuff he said about Fallout? There's so many of them. What did he say when it comes to the size of Fallout? The latest Fallout, the MMO, the online one.
It's like four times the size, 4 times the detail.
Yeah, 4 times
something like that.
Yeah, he said
something ridiculous.
It's not. It's really not.
And then
it's
get there, and it's like it's a desert.
Todd, where are the details? I don't see them. What's going on, man?
There's not a single NPC. What NPCs? We never said there was NPCs.
There were no NPCs.
In a Fallout game.
You're actually, yes, there were, like you said, 4 times the size, 4 times the details. When you launch the game, there are no NPCs. Like, the game has no NPCs at all. You need to wait. You need to get the expansion for the NPCs, or for you to be able to interact with an NPC. It's like, Todd, are you okay? That's clear.
Yeah, but it's just, I just want to know why they was like, let's make Fallout, which is a single player game. To be fair, you could say the same with Elder Scrolls, but Elder Scrolls Online is quite good.
It is really good, yeah. I think they were trying to hop on the loot crate train back on its peak, right? Back when every company was like, we have a season pass, we got a loot pack.
You can't call it that. You know that it's not a loot crate, it's a mystery reward system, or whatever it's called.
God.
It's not a loot crate.
I know exactly what you're on about. I can't remember what they called it. Something very ridiculous here.
Random loot generator or something?
Something outlandish, but
it's not a loot crate.
It's not, yeah. It's like, I don't know. But I think I'm not sure, but I think this online Fallout game is relatively fine. It's playable, is what people are saying. But hey, that's besides the point. We're talking about
It's crossplay.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. Maybe we set it as Elise for homework.
No, look, I don't want to punish her like that. Just no. Anyways, Bethesda were like, yeah, we're gonna delay this new game. It's called, what's it called again? Starfield. Yes, Starfield. Not gonna lie, guys. I thought I was gonna be excited for that game. As soon as they released the gameplay, I was like, yeah, no. I'll just, when it comes, I'll just try it out. Have you seen the gameplay?
I think when they first spoke about it, I was still in school.
What?
We haven't they been speaking about Starfield for like a decade?
No, Jack. I think you're getting it confused with the what's it called, Cyberpunk.
Don't. We're not doing it again. Because I thought of No Man's Sky, and then I thought of Starfield, because there was like a bunch of games that were like, oh, and then you got Star Citizen.
No,
right?
Please,
there's all of these games that have got either the word star in them or something to do with the stars, and they're all very like.
They're very ambitious.
Explore the stars. Very, very ambitious.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and the idea of like an Elder Scrolls in space, bring it on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like when they first announced it, but I don't remember it back in school. Regardless, I saw the gameplay. Have you seen the gameplay they released?
Not anything recently.
Very shoddy. Is all I'm gonna say. It's just, it will put you off. It will put you off the game. You can see that, yeah, I mean, it's fine, but nothing special about it, really. Especially with the gunplay. It just feels off. It just feels a bit off.
You look like you want to barely call it gunplay.
Yeah, because it's really not. Do you remember Fallout, is it 3 or 2?
Yeah.
I
remember how this is. I mean, for its time, it was great.
Yes, right. Now, I'm not going to say it works the same way as it did back in Fallout 2 and 3. But, it's there, right? The gunplay in those Fallout games is there, but you're not really wielding a gun, aiming down the sight and that kind of stuff, right?
It looks like you're in Gmod or something.
Yes, exactly. It feels very off. It feels very off, right? And with this Star Citizen, I'm not going to say it feels that off, but again, something is missing with it. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the feedback. Maybe it's the sounds. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. But as always, Todd comes in with his wild claims. Do you want to guess? Now, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember the gist of it. But do you want to guess what he claimed for this game?
Give me a clue.
It has to do with exploration.
Compared to games like No Man's Sky?
No.
This is the next level.
Wait.
This is twice the size.
No, I wish. Elise, go on. Let's see what Elise has in mind.
I think he said, this game has endless exploration of unlimited planets. Always something new to explore.
Actually, Elise is quite close, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh. She's actually very close, yeah.
I mean, I was playing off it because No Man's Sky is supposed to be infinite, isn't it?
Yes. It is, sort of. It is.
So,
yeah. But here's what he claimed. So, if I remember correctly, there was like this star map on the screen. And it's like, do you see these stars and planets? He can go to each one of them and explore them on foot. They're all detailed. It's like, bro, please, do not say that. You know you will not pull it off. Or it's just going to be randomly generated to the point where it's going to be like the first iteration of No Man's Sky. Just don't. It's not that impressive.
We've been there.
Exactly. If we've been there, we saw it. Just do not do that, please.
And it's just going to be the flute version of Jurassic Park, or the accordion version.
Yes. Yeah, no, you're right. You are right. I think if you're going to make a game where you could explore planets, stars, and stuff, there is actually a good game you could. I wouldn't say copy, but work off their idea. Do you remember bro, the game that we played ages ago? The Outer Worlds.
Oh, I remember.
Right?
I mean, yeah, but mate, look at who developed that, and that tells you everything you need to know.
True. That's absolutely fine. That's valid.
I don't have the same memory capacity as Jack. Who developed it?
It's Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Oh.
Yes, Obsidian. Surely it's going to be less work for you to go down that route where you would focus on a limited amount of planets and stars, make them as detailed as possible, have a good quest system, a good questing system, all that kind of stuff. And that's it. You have a solid game. People will not complain.
No. You're underestimating it there. You have to be able to write something.
Right.
Story. Right. Like, do you not remember the story in Fallout 4?
Oh,
like,
I remember the first time I finished the game, I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Exactly. This makes no sense at all. What? Why would you even let me do? It's like, no.
You know what? It doesn't have to be homework, but I'd like to see what Elise would pick as the final ending. I see her as a railroad kind of simp.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do you see her as Brotherhood?
I was gonna say Institution.
I was Institute. I remember you and a certain someone judged me quite hard for it.
No, but yeah, I think I don't want to waste Elise's time playing Fallout 4. It's a good game, but the story is just.
It's a good game, but it's not a Fallout game.
Really?
Okay.
Maybe that's a controversial statement.
Oh, bro, I think that's a bit too harsh. Oh, we might need to discuss it later, bro. We might need to discuss that later because I disagree, bro. Well, later.
Discuss it now. We have time. Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Okay.
The
reason why I would say it's not a Fallout game is for the following reasons. Number one, you have a voiced protagonist. Having a voiced protagonist limits the options to roleplay. Reason number two, it's not a Fallout game. You can't really be evil. Besides, like the Nuka World DLC, which again kind of shoehorns you into being not evil, just kind of a bit loopy.
Yeah.
And there's no. In the previous Fallout games, when you were being evil, it was often like rational evil. Like it wasn't, I'm just going to enslave people evil.
Yes.
Like there's often a reason you could do for it. But if without the DLCs, you can't be bad. Like there's no real immoral. You're always the savior.
Okay, but what makes valid points, and I actually agree. But what makes a Fallout game a Fallout game? To me,
the morality system.
Maybe, but I think it's the setting, the RPG elements to it. Again, you cannot really role play because the protagonist is already voiced and you have like this set quest line where you cannot deviate or have. I know you can have like multiple outcomes, but it's really this sort of the same outcome, right? And the bigger picture, it is the same. You didn't do. It's not a massive change. But I think, to me, what makes Fallout a Fallout game is the unique RPG system to it in this specific setting. That's me. That's me.
Oh, I think you're right, and you should be able to have those elements. But one of the things that I really liked about the previous Fallouts was that your every decision mattered. Whereas in this one, there's no karma system. There's only a relationship system, and even that is tenuous.
Yes.
It's nothing compared to the relationship system that you would have in New Vegas or Fallout 3.
Wasn't New Vegas developed by Obsidian?
Yes, but it was still part of the. It's had similarities to 3. Look, Elise can attest to this. I've played the crap out of Fallout 4. I think it's an excellent game, but I don't see it the same as if I was to pick up something like. And plus, I think the writing is supposed to be is very satirical. It's supposed to be very satirical, kind of like how GTA is a satire of America.
Yeah.
I don't really get that as much from Fallout 4.
No,
in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, it's dripping. It is everywhere. I think,
No, valid. That's valid. I can see why you'd be like it's not really a Fallout game. But again, to me, I think as long as it have like these, again, the RPG setting, the RPG system to it, and like the setting. Well, you're in a Fallout. I'm sort of fine. Obviously, I'm not going to be happy with the game because a lot of stuff has been missing. The dialogue by itself is just. It's non-existent. You don't have a choice in the dialogue. It's all the same outcome, right?
That was one of my main gripes.
Yeah.
Is that you've got question, no, yes, or sarcastic yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what you had. Whereas in the previous ones, there was a drop-down menu of options, you could say, and they went through really different paths. And it's just, I think essentially what they did is they was like, okay, how can we make this into an action shooter, and they succeeded, and it's very fun, but that doesn't mean that it's not for me, a Fallout game should be an RPG first, shooter second. Like, don't get me wrong, mate, it's a Fallout game more so than Fallout 76, obviously. Right?
Bro.
If I'm tiering them, I would say that. And if I'm being a purist, and also things like companions,
right?
Like just the way companions worked was a bit different.
But let's be, I don't know. To me, I think Fallout 4 companions are quite interesting, to be honest. What's the name of that robot again? The investigator, the private investigator.
Oh, he's brilliant, Nick Valentine.
Nick Valentine.
Some of the writing in that was the best.
Yes, yeah. So, to me, I can see that they actually put some effort into it while ignoring a huge chunk of what made a good Fallout game. But
it makes me want to play it.
4?
Yeah, makes me want to pick it up.
I will never.
There's
pick
a guy.
It up.
You wouldn't.
Without mods. I would never pick it up without mods. Never.
I've seen some incredible mods, man.
Really?
Yes. And obviously we have mods on Xbox as well.
Yeah. Creation Club, no?
And mods too.
Oh, okay.
I remember we're way better off than PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation a little bit stiff, no? But hey, it's just Sony for you. But yeah, I would never play vanilla.
I might have to have a little peek.
Would you?
Because there's a guy on YouTube I watch who does like silly playthroughs.
Oh.
So like he'll do like, I beat the game using only this.
Oh,
it's so funny, man. It's like you know the Assaultron, the thing where it powers up and then its head goes.
Yeah.
He completes the game with that head.
That's That's ridiculous. Okay.
What's he called?
French Tomahawk, I think.
French Tomahawk. Might need to look him up.
I'll send you a video. I watched one the other day while Elise was playing Power Washer or something. It was funny.
Yeah. No, I think there's a problem. I think it's a me problem when it comes to Bethesda games. First time playing it through, I'll play vanilla. Other than that, I will not pick it up unless I mod the hell out of it. It's just a better experience. Like, objectively
Mate,
speaking.
You say that, but how many times have you modded something to its death? You've got it on, you've played for 5 minutes and then stopped.
A lot of times. You're absolutely right. Yes, I've done that quite a bit.
How many hours do you spend modding?
Like 5 hours, something like that, and then it's just play it for and don't look at me like that, at least, really.
At least I know he's done that a lot.
Yeah,
That's why at least. Yeah.
Do you do things like make the enemies be Thomas the Train, stuff like that?
No, I never go down that. No. I can appreciate these sort of mods, and I understand. I understand why. Yeah, I know. I understand when people do it, but I would never make my game look silly. Never.
You want to know something funny?
What?
When I was visiting home, my brother was playing Lego Star Wars, and he put it on a mode where instead of it being like, making regular gun sounds, it's people going pew pew pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, Lego games are quite good, man. They're really good. They're really, really good. I got the same game as Star Wars Sega. Again, it's a brilliant game.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, no, I've downloaded it on my Steam Deck. I'm gonna hit it up because it's really good. It's a really good game.
At the beginning of Fallout, when you go and see Sean in the crib.
Yes.
I had a mod where you would shoot the baby in the Fat Land launcher. You just shoot baby Sean everywhere.
Oh no, baby Sean.
But this was before I got the new Xbox, so it would just crash the game. It could not hack it at all. It did not handle it.
No. I guess if anything, when it comes to Bethesda games, it's their modability. It's like you can mod the hell out of it and be like, yeah.
They look beautiful sometimes.
They do, man. Have you just Skyrim mods? Ridiculous graphics mods, man. They look.
Hey, the Fallout ones are.
Yeah, no, I've tried some of them.
What's his name? He's got MXR. Do you know him? He's got a mod showcase.
Yes.
You've got the mods that would never ever be allowed on console.
Right.
Right. But I wouldn't really be interested in any. I remember Elise was looking at my mod list for Skyrim once on console, and she's like, "Jack, why have you got these eyes?" And I was like, "Because Elise, it makes them more realistic." And she's like, "But it's kind of weird, Jack." Like, Elise, tell Rakan.
I don't remember that super well. I think what I remember more, and you can tell me if this wasn't actually what the case was, I think what I remember more was that there was a mod that had to do with, it was making people look more realistic, but one of the things at the top of the list was talking about boobs. And I was like, Jack, seriously?
No.
Oh,
no,
Jack.
No. That was let me explain.
Hear me out.
No, I can finish explaining. It was the fact that it was trying to make basically the whole environment look more believable. That was just one of the top examples.
So he installed some breast physics mods. That's fine.
No, I did not. You need to stop the cap. No, I was showing Elise my mod list. And then on the way it works on console, it has like my library, and then it's got most popular today. Naturally, things like that were above, and Elise pointed that out. And
brilliant
was like,
mental gymnastics, Jack. That's just brilliant mental gym.
No,
that's not how I remember it, but that's okay.
Pull the mod. do a Joe Rogan. Do a Joe Rogan. Pull the mod list up. Pull the mod list up.
Jamie, pull up the mod list up. Oh.
To be fair, I believe your version, Jack, because I just would expect you to remember the mods that you have picked better than I would remember
Elise.
looking at the list once.
Elise, if I downloaded breast physics mod, I'd own it. I'd be like, yeah, I did.
Fair.
I didn't.
Elise, I don't think you're ready to look at my mod list. Some of the stuff on it, it's just ridiculous.
What is that supposed to mean? I don't expect you to know this, but for the PC, like there is this specific mod built on another mod. So the other mod is called Skeleton, and it's supposed to make the body movements, the skeleton of the NPCs and the player as well, very realistic, right? So you can imagine the sort of mods that will build on that. Obviously, because I want to save time, I just download mod packs and just compile them all in the... I just download... Obviously.
Tons of mod packs and compile them all in the mod manager without having a look at what they actually do. So
that would be too hard.
It's gonna take you ages. Keep in mind, me doing that also takes me like 4 or 5 hours because you need to install them one by one. But I'm not gonna look into the description what they do. But I just install them all. If it asks me to read through them, I'll just skim through them real quick and that's it. So I don't remember when was that, but that was ages. That was for
Are you sure you want to download this mod pack? It's banned in 45 countries.
Yes.
Yes.
I managed to install all these mods, and obviously the mod manager would basically go through the mods and make sure they're all organized correctly, they're all compatible with each other, and thankfully the new mod managers have like this thing called the magic button. You click on it and it would just fix it as much as it can. So that made my life way easier. So all the mods are working fine. I launched the game. It's like, that looks so much better. The skies, the graphics, the music, the sounds, everything looks fine. So I'll make my character. Most of the time I go with a red guard or a dark elf. This time I went with a red guard. They looked amazing, my man. Amazing. Went through the whole intro bit. And once I got to, what's it called, the name of the village, the small one?
Riverwood.
Riverwood. And do you remember the old lady in Riverwood?
I saw a dragon.
Exactly, that one. So, one of the mods that I downloaded basically changes the model of that lady to a model of Mia Khalifa. So I walked in and I can see Mia Khalifa yelling, I saw a dragon. It was the best. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's not Mia Khalifa. What is she doing in my game? But obviously the bodies on the female NPCs are ridiculous, just ridiculous. Like, what the hell is going on? What did I download? But an hour later, I just uninstalled the game, and that's it. That was the end of the story. I've never picked it up for like another year or two. That's how it is, I'm afraid, when it comes to me, at least, when it comes to Bethesda games and modding them. But they're fun. They're fun to mod, at least.
They are.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the bugs. Like, I do.
Anyways, I feel like we took a lot of time talking. Yeah.
We're sorry, Elise.
Yeah. You want to tell us a bit about your homework, Elise? I'm actually quite excited for this because I would say
yes,
this might be one of my favorite games, one of my most favorite games ever. So go on, Elise. Tell us all about it.
That's a lot of pressure, Rakan.
Oh, I'm watching you, Elise.
I think maybe she should start off with what she'd rate out of 10.
No, I want to do this.
Go on, Elise. Go on.
Okay, so I thought it would be useful to first give a little synopsis of the game since Jack hasn't properly played. So
Okay.
basically, the synopsis is that you're living in a universe where when you're fighting against other people or in these communities you have, the militias have some members who are called pilots, and these pilots captain Titans, which are the big robot boys. And you
They're
have
mechs.
a neuro link. Sorry?
I said they're mechs. Mech suits. They're robots you're on about. Yeah, mech suits. Mechanical suits, like massive mechanical
okay.
suits. Yeah, mechs.
So you have they've got a mech, and you go in it, you have like a neuralink with them. You can fight other Titans. It seems like it's not something that's specific to your group. It's something that all groups have in this universe. And you've got your team, which are the good guys, and then you've got another team, which are the not good guys who are trying to blow up a planet. So that's the synopsis of the game that I'm going to give. Rakan, would you like to add anything?
No, go on, Elise. I'm a bit disappointed. I'll start out by that. But yeah, you can go on.
Okay, so Rakan, when we talked last time, you said that there would be a character that I'd really like that you meet within the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm assuming that was BT.
Yes.
I figured. I don't blame you. BT's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed the relationship that you have with BT as the pilot, and you have...
Do you want to explain who is BT?
Yes, maybe that's a good idea. BT is your Titan. He becomes your mech because you are still in training. You have not completed your training, and you get thrown into a ground fight within the first, like right after the tutorial. It's really still kind of part of the tutorial, so very early game. When you get put on the ground, you're not given a mech to fight with because you're not qualified yet. But your mentor and trainer does have a mech. Basically, through the course of this ground fight, your trainer ends up dying. And he assigns his mech, which is BT, I forget the number, which is BT, effectively, to you. And you are, it seems like, basically the sole survivor of this, I don't know what you would call it, this squad or something. Like, there's other people who have survived from your cause, but they're not with you. They weren't part of this fight. You're the sole survivor of this instance. And so you get paired with this Titan when you don't actually have all of your training completed, and you have to go through a process of getting to know each other and becoming more intertwined, shall I say. So that's how you get it. It's quite sad right at the beginning that your trainer dies. And you obviously watch it, and then you're left with this really big task of making it out alive when you haven't even finished training for how you're meant to make it out alive. So I really liked the relationship between BT and the pilot. I liked that BT almost like tries to be quite informal with you at times with how he speaks, but he's a giant robot. And so some of his colloquialisms he doesn't necessarily understand. He doesn't always get sarcasm. So you have some fun interactions in that regard. I really like the way that they've done how you fight with other Titans, where they've got different loadouts of how they fight, and you collect those as you move through the game. And what I really like is that you're able to switch your loadout mid-fight, because I feel like a lot of games, once you pick what you're fighting with for that fight, you're stuck with it. I like that in this game you can switch it really whenever you want to best suit what you think will work for the enemies that you have in front of you. But I really liked the way that the fighting of other Titans went. I don't know how you would, like the mechanic of it, I don't know how you would refer to that really.
Combat mechanics? Are you on about the combat mechanics?
Combat mechanics. Yeah, I think that's the right way to put it. I also really liked that when you're in the mech suit as the Titan, you can walk around and you can squish the human enemies.
That's dark, my guy. They're just doing their job, and they enjoy squishing them.
It makes it really easy. It makes it so easy. Instead of having to like try to aim and fire bullets, you just run and you run over all of them.
The American way.
Yeah.
They're just so tiny and defenseless.
Okay.
The American way.
So there was a part that I wrote down that just was a very Elise moment that I thought you would appreciate. I don't know if you remember this part specifically, Rakan, but when you're going to the fight with Ash, you get taken to a battle arena and you're just as a pilot. And the whole mission leading up to this part is mostly figuring out how to parkour through this huge facility. You know, you might get squished, you might get rolled off. It's where they're building those weird home-looking things. And so all of the pieces are shifting and turning and smashing.
I think I know which part you're talking about. Are you on about when you were separated from your BT by accident and he just gets snatched by this big hook? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know exactly which part you're on about.
So going into that, the last bit of it, there's a moving platform to get into the battle arena. And as you get close to the platform, it triggers Ash to say something along the lines of, "Well done, I'll take it from here," in kind of a condescending way. She's kind of like, "Oh, you've made it this far, pilot. Ooh, don't worry, I'll bring you up to me. Don't even worry about it." But so it triggers her to say that before you get to the platform. Just before. It's when the game is like, "Oh, you're for sure gonna make it. You got this." I did not make it. So there were numerous times where I just mistimed jumping onto the platform because it's moving. It's moving and you have to figure out when to jump on it. And I would miss it and she'd be like, "Well done." And I'm like, "Well, not really, but thank you." I felt like you would appreciate that. I felt personally targeted when you scan the arc before you're able to then go through and use it as kind of a scanner and a weapon. It says that there's an unstable host, and I took that personally.
All day long, though.
And you get, oh gosh, I thought it was really, really just sad because you get pranked that BT is going to die and he doesn't. I thought I'd get stuck with a new Titan. And I got really, really sad because when you find him again, you express, "Oh, I thought I lost you." And he says something along the lines of, "I can't lose another pilot."
You do get attached to BT quite quick.
Yeah, BT's lovely. And then the game pranks you and makes you think that you are basically getting a new Titan, a new mech suit, but you're putting BT's like core into that suit. So it's still BT. And it's so wholesome because I was scared that I was going to have to get a new Titan. And you can tell that you're getting closer to the end of the game. I don't want a new Titan so close to the end of the game. I'm not even going to like it. So it's BT, which is a big thumbs up. And it's all a massive prank because he ends up sacrificing himself to save basically all of humanity on that planet. And you. He pulls you out of his chest and chucks you at the last second.
I bet you cried at that bit.
It was very touching.
Jack,
Shockingly,
what do you
I didn't. But yes, what's up, Jack?
I was going to say, so Elise said, "Oh, how lovely it is." Do you know what's not lovely? Her parkour skills.
Oh, I bet. I know.
You know when you walk, mate, her wall running would make the Prince of Persia cry.
I don't think she has an idea what you're on about.
No, that's
I do. And the thing is, what's really frustrating, and there's no evidence to support this, the thing is I did really well at it, and I would get through things on the first run until Jack comes and sits and he's watching. And then it's, "Oh, I missed that. Oh, I didn't double jump when I was supposed to." So and then he leaves, and all of a sudden I'm getting them all on the first try again.
Oh, so you're only messing up as soon as Jack walks in. Okay, fine.
It's a likely story. She said it before. She said, "As soon as I watch, she's under pressure, and then she starts to make errors."
It is. It's so much pressure. It's really intense.
Okay.
Mate, so you tell me if you would feel pressure from this. All I'm doing is sitting there. Yes, I have a notepad out. Yes, I have a camera. Is that pressure?
I don't. No, I don't think so. As you casually do. Yeah, no, it's fine. But all in all, Elise.
Out of 10.
Before we go on, Elise.
Well, I would like to finish saying, because there's some dynamics that I thought were really cool during the gameplay. And so, for example, shockingly, how you switch between doing the parkour to then being with your Titan. and just how different those two types of gameplay are. I really like that dynamic. I also like how you can regularly switch weapons with what's available on the field. And in the tutorial, it makes it clear that that's kind of the purpose of the gameplay, is that you'll have to pick up what's available and kind of just keep rolling with it. I figured that I would do quite poorly at that. I try to find gun that go pew pew quick, and that's what I use the whole time. And so the game forces you to not necessarily do that, and I really enjoyed that. I also liked how there were different segments of the game that brought in quite different ways of approaching how you play. Like, for example, if you remember, Rakan, that bit where you have to time travel between the past and now.
Oh, I like that bit.
Oh, it was so good. Where to get past a wall or to get past a certain type of enemy or this gate is shut, you have to switch between times.
It's really good.
That was really good. Kind of similar to that, I like when they add in the element of having that arc gun that you can use to activate different things like those robots to fight for you instead of for the other team. So I thought it was kind of nice and refreshing how the game brought in quite different aspects of how to approach the gameplay for different segments.
How did you think about the puzzles? Yeah, so Elise was quite puzzled at one point, and I don't know if this happened often to her, but she wasn't very good at finding the next part way to go. So she was standing next to a zip line, and I was like, are you going to get on the zip line?
That was literally one time. The game's, it's one of those ones that's very, would you call it, I think in the past I've referred to it as this, but I don't know if this is the correct term. It's quite linear. There's only one way can go.
Yeah.
That's what you would call it. I know to myself, okay, I can't go back. I know I'm going forward. And I just didn't see the rope yet. I don't know if I would call that solving a puzzle. I just hadn't seen the rope. And you're like, oh, look at that rope.
Oh, Elise, hey, Elise. I wouldn't call it that either. But for you, I might call it a puzzle.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Oh, Lord. Lord. Well, yes. So it actually, I thought it was quite funny because I was obviously just visiting home. And there's a place in my city called Meow Wolf.
Okay.
Meow Wolf. Like a cat and a wolf. Meow Wolf.
Okay.
And it's basically this huge art exhibition that's completely interactive, and that doesn't do it justice. But anyways, one of the rooms, there's like all of these different things going on. But one of the things is that there's an interactive panel on the ceiling. And if you sit in this giant, like, robot chair that has a head and arms, you control what the planetary system in the sky looks like. I felt like I was inside of my own mech suit. Had my own Titan.
Okay.
Elise, what would you call your Titan?
What would I... your Titan has a name. You don't get to just call them whatever you want. Jack Cooper, the name of your character, does not decide to just call BT BT. BT is BT's name. That's what BT wants to be called.
I think.
What does BT stand for?
It's the initials before the letters. It's like a numerical classification system. But still.
Oh, it's not British Telecom?
Okay. Let's get on with it. So, how would you like the game, Elise?
Out of 10.
Watch her give it a 2. Go on, Elise.
I'm not going to give it a 2, but I liked the elements of parkour. I liked those different dynamics to the game, like the time travel. I enjoyed the music.
You're going to give it a 5, aren't you?
No. I'm going to give it a 5.5. Just kidding.
No, my God.
Yeah, I liked many aspects of the game. One thing, and both of you aren't going to be surprised, one thing that I have as kind of a critique is that I did sometimes feel like the story it's not a complicated story. It should be easy to follow. But there were times where I felt like the story was not super easy to follow. And so, I think I will give it, I'll give it.
Hold on. What do you mean it wasn't super easy to follow?
Like, for example, Jack came out at a point and he said, "Why are they trying to blow up that planet?" And very honestly, my answer was, "I don't know." And I pay attention in the games that you both tell me to play. Like, I felt like that wasn't as freely delivered.
You don't. I am 100% sure. As soon as Jack picks it up, he will know exactly why they were trying to blow up the planet.
Maybe.
Like, and within the first 30 minutes, he got, yeah, fine. Understand.
Oh, did they bring it up in the first 30 minutes?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That's like one of the first things they tell you, why they're trying to blow up the planet.
Why were they trying to blow up the planet?
I don't remember, but I remember them going over. It's like, hey, we're going to fight them. They're trying to blow up the planet because of this. So maybe that's a you problem, Elise. So you better adjust your rating right now, my guy.
Skill issue.
I think an 8 is really nice.
And
that's better than Modern Warfare. That's better than Modern Warfare.
You want to know? Actually, I took Modern Warfare into consideration when I rated this game. And would you like to know why I rated it higher?
Yes.
Primarily because if I were to think to myself, what game would I be more likely to go back and want to play again? It would be this one. I really enjoyed the gameplay.
Fair. That's fair.
I think an 8 is
good.
Quite good. It's just not probably my favorite game of all time, but I did very thoroughly enjoy it. And Rakan, I actually have a few questions I would like to ask you about the game. You don't mind?
If I can remember, I'll answer them. Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, this is very specific and you might not remember. First of all, I felt as if the proportion of the Titan's feet was not sufficient for their body size. What do you think?
Oh my God, Elise.
Why are you looking at his feet?
Because when you're not in the Titan and he's walking in front of you, that's like your viewpoint.
You don't think so? You don't think they're proportionate? I
not really. It's this huge thing, and then going down its leg, it's just kind of a little curve.
Really?
Almost like you might see. Yes, you know what it makes me think of? You know those.
They're razor blades, or
No.
blade things that Paralympians run on.
Yes,
They're called blades.
they're called blades.
Hold on. Jack, I'm going to send you a picture of PT and you tell me if whatever Elise is trying to say makes sense. Because to me...
Make sure his feet are in it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Wait, you're going to send me BT feet pics?
Yes, unfortunately. Well, look at what Elise is making us do. Sharing BT feet pics. I don't...
Your Google history, man.
Right? I think she's on about the legs, not the feet specifically. Right,
Are they
Elise?
too big?
No, I'm on about the feet, but the thing is, they're too small, I think. The thing is, though, Rakan, I am talking very specifically about OGBT, not the new mech suit that they drop you after his.
I sent the wiki page. Have a little peek at that.
Okay, I'll have a peek.
There are a lot of pics in it, so.
Elise, what is your problem?
I don't understand. That makes sense to me.
Elise, did you think you're going to be like Bigfoot or something? Like,
Oh, I just figured, I don't know, they just don't look proportional. Maybe I need to take a harder look at humans in general and think to myself, do those feet actually look like they're big enough? And maybe the answer is no. Now I'm thinking about the size of my feet compared to the rest of my body.
I don't know. I think BT looks relatively fine to me, especially his legs and feet.
No, I just a no from me. Like,
it's at least it's
well,
funny.
anyway, that was a hit and a miss. I made that observation about midway through, and I couldn't get over it of just looking at his feet and being like, my God, those are strong AF.
Fine. What other issues you have with BT? Apparently, at least you're not happy.
I have
with
no
how...
other issues with BT. I think BT is perfection.
Hey, I've got a question for you, boys.
Yeah.
What color eyes does BT have?
Blue.
He's
That's
got like
right.
a blue light.
Yeah, blue.
Elise, how old is BT?
I don't
Ooh,
know.
I never thought of
Have
that.
a guess. Have a guess. How old is he?
Oh.
500.
What? No.
No.
500.
500?
All I know, he's had.
What, is he
no,
a dinosaur?
Listen, maybe. Listen, for all we know, he's had 14 pilots and 65 iterations of his body.
I
Elise.
know. I looked at the answer, so it's not fair to me to
Elise.
answer.
He is 3.
He's 3 years
Oh.
old. He's just 3 years old.
Oh, okay, well, I was way off.
He's a baby.
He's very wise. He comes
What
across
is-
as very wise.
What is his gender, though? That is the question.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How on earth can you ask a question? What is his gender?
Yeah. What is his
That's a good
gender?
point, Reckon. That's a good point.
Oh,
You've identified him.
what is its gender? No. Apparently, it says here non-applicable. Programmed as male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see BT's side hustle. I want to see BT side Titan.
Side Titan. Do you know who
Well,
voiced BT? I'm not looking for the voice actor's name, but a different character. A
I
different
thought it was
character.
Iggy.
No, you're very close. It's not Iggy. It's Optimus Prime.
No way.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
It is really
I was
sick.
listening and I was like, this voice actor's really good.
Yeah.
But-
He's really good.
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Mm.
Is the voice actor, can he do anything other than like robots that can kick
I don't
ass?
know. I don't know. I actually think he's a robot, but we'll never know.
I thought he was a lorry.
No, now that you mentioned it, he does sound like a lorry. But yeah, go on, Elise. What is your other question?
Would you rather have to live with Sloane or Kane?
I can't remember them. I really cannot remember them.
Sloane is the very rude lady who's the final big
Yes.
boss.
Yes,
who
okay.
Takes her sword gun and like rams it into BT.
And Kane is the bearded guy, right? With the big Titan, right?
I think
Bulky Titan.
So,
he
but
had like this
Kane,
very bulky
Kane is the
Titan.
one, and it has the wonky face on it. Kane is the first
Yes.
person you fight. He does not seem like he has all of his marbles.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'd rather live with the lady because Kane doesn't seem stable to me. He's really not stable. Yeah.
That's fair. Who would
For me, I was going to say, I've got quite a lot of experience living with a rude female, so I'd go with that one.
Wow. I thought you were going to use. I thought you were going to go with the other one. Just
Me
for
too.
Bangkok.
Me too.
For the
Well,
Bangkok.
at least you have. I don't know if your marbles were all there either. To be fair, so
Yeah, that's why we fit so well together because
Correct.
we make up for each other's missing marbles.
correct. We share a single marble.
Indeed.
Wow. Are we gonna assign a homework for Elise or?
I think we should have a think about it because we've got a couple
Yeah.
of things that are going to be Game Pass dependent.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Also, we probably should mention that there should be gameplay. Is that right, Rakan? There should be some gameplay.
Yeah. A couple of gameplays. We're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Bye.
thank you. Bye.
Well,
Why
and
do I look
think
like a fucking monk?
you? Your head does look very shiny.
That's a GG.
So GG, well played, guys.
That's a big GG.
That's...
Yeah.